Friends, I would like to provide some directions for the journals that you will be doing for this course. First of all, the purpose of journals, as you will see here, and I want to start with the learning domains, basically looking at some concepts from educational perspectives. And learning domains composed of three, basically cognitive, affective, and experiential. Cognitive has to do with information, everything that you read, a lecture. Affective has to do with the learning that happens that is related with your senses, with your affective world, your emotions, your feelings, your attitudes. Experiential is what we also call learning by doing. So those are the first basic three domains of learning that we all experience in anything that we do in learning. Affective learning has to do with the attitudes. Sometimes you read something and it's basically something that happens at the emotional level. You feel defensive, sometimes you feel firm, sometimes you feel open to push back to the idea. So the attitudes are constant, and I'm only focusing on affective learning. So as you read, your emotions get engaged. For instance, you might be reading a topic in this course that provokes something, that evokes a particular feeling that you have experienced in the past. So that is part of the learning. So learning is not only about information that we accumulate in our brain, but it's also affecting our values. And our values are related to cognition, and also as it applies to our ways of life, our behaviors, our relationship with others. And that's part of the affective learning as well. So right-sized brain, many people have biases or reservations about this concept of the right lobe of our brains. But let me explain something. It's the area that's creative, and you probably know this from common knowledge. And also it's sensorial. Music, art, expression, colors happen at this level in our brains. And also you will see it's expansive. It has the ability to connect, to make connections in learning with other disciplines as well. And you'll see, if you're a right brain learner, you'll probably know and notice that you connect with certain ideas, certain ways of acquiring the learning, the knowledge that you are exposed at grad school. Expression is one of the characteristics that happened as you probably in the journal, you actually journal. You put some ideas down and you just reflect on it deeply, but don't think that only journaling is about the information that you're acquiring. And you can do a prayer, which I invite you to do for the purposes of the course. And some people ask, do I need to write the journal and then the prayer? Sometimes you can do that or not. That doesn't matter, because I read in your prayer what you are learning. So the effective learning is a powerful way of learning. It's three-dimensional. Artistic is the other aspect. If you don't feel to journal or do a prayer, share a song, a poem, or a picture that represents, and you explain what it represents for you. And some reservation that's always good to talk about is you consider yourself not emotional. And for the purpose of the course, we have to embrace our emotions. We have to embrace that we are, as male and female, we are emotional beings created with these feelings and emotions that express in our relationships, in the way we express ourselves, especially happens in learning. And probably consider yourself, I'm left-brained. And what are the challenges that I see? I don't connect with this way of learning, but I would invite you to expand your learning approach. And the uneasiness. And it's okay to feel uncomfortable. And I have students who at times have a hard time to disclose within what's happening in learning is comprehensive. It happens in all domains. And I believe this is one of the purpose of our journals in the courses that I provide. Thank you for your time in listening to this presentation.